Hey everybody, Rob DeLessio, Taste of Retirement. I'm here with Crystal Render, Magnificent Morsels Catering in beautiful downtown Cincinnati, and what we're doing is the soul roll. It's collard greens wrapped around turkey and rice, and it's absolutely amazing. Come on, let me show you how we do it. All right, welcome back to Taste of Retirement, and if you haven't done it yet, I need you to go to our YouTube page, subscribe to it. You'll have all kinds of amazing content, just like this show here. Today, we're doing the soul roll. It's a turkey breast wrapped in collard greens. So Crystal, tell me, exactly what are we doing?
So this is a really cool way to repurpose leftovers in the refrigerator or just try something new. So how I came up with this is I had a lot of turkey left over one year after Thanksgiving, and I wanted a really cool way to repurpose it and utilize it. So it is actually a blanched collard green leaf, and then we stuff it with a seasoned rice, some leftover turkey or chicken, whatever you choose, and a few vegetables. And then we roll it up together and toss it with some gravies on top.
Yeah, so it's absolutely amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
All right, so what are we gonna do?
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna dice down a little bit of onion. You can choose whichever one you like, because this is gonna go inside of the vegetable mix that we're gonna put with our rice. So I gave you a choice of a shallot, and I gave you a choice of a Texas sweet. A lot of people are really sensitive to onion, but the reality is onions aren't bad if you choose the right one. So a Texas sweet will not make you cry, which is the best part.
Right.
A shallot is a little bit more subtle and sweet to the taste, so very good for sensitive palates. So you can really choose what you like. I'm gonna do with the shallot today.
All right, well then I guess I'll do the onion just so we're a little different.
Okay.
She's making me work today, y'all.
Absolutely, you best believe it. So what we're gonna do is once we get our shallot and onion diced down, we have a little bit of green and red bell pepper. And we're gonna toss that in the skillet and kind of just sweat it down a little bit. And our turkey breast we're going to use today, which normally would be like leftover chicken in your refrigerator or leftover turkey after Thanksgiving, whichever you choose. But for today's purpose, we got fresh turkey breast cutlets. We're actually going to sear and saute them in a pan, and we're going to dice those down. So we're going to take the mixed veg, we're going to take the diced turkey breast, and then we're going to put it with a saffron seasoned rice.
Nice, love
and
saffron.
That's what's going to go inside of our blanched collard green leaf. So I think it might even be cool if we mix them together. So let's do a little shallot, let's do a little bit of the sweet onion. We'll mix the green and the red bell pepper and get it all sweated down. Sound like a plan?
Let's do it.
We're gonna get our green pepper, our red bell pepper, and shallot and onion kind of in here. We're gonna sweat it down, and then we're gonna sit those to the side.
Just let them rest for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually want it done that way because then all those lovely flavors from the oil, from the veg and the onion cooking, we're gonna then sear our turkey breast into that. So it's gonna be an added layer of flavor to that turkey breast.
So tell me, like cooking, where'd it come from?
Oh my goodness, huge family, 6 sisters, 1 brother, 27 nieces and nephews. Started by doing Sunday dinners, honestly. And I would have 30, 40, sometimes 50 people at my house every single Sunday. So then I got to thinking, if I could do this for this many people this often,
might as well get paid for it.
Might as well get paid for it. And that's kind of how the love of Magnificent Morsels was born.
Awesome.
So we're going to go ahead, and I'm actually going to start with the red bell pepper. We'll just kind of do like a little quick half and half mix. And then what I'm going to do is a little bit of your onion and some of my shallot. So we're going to get these in here, and we are going to just kind of let these sweat down a little bit. I do not want them cooked soft. I want them just
still have a nice
like
bite
al
to it.
dente, tender. Now, of course, veggies don't come seasoned, so hello.
I say that all the time. I gotta
Hello.
see, she just said it. I say it all the
We
time.
have to season them.
That's the best. Yes.
Layering of flavors is one of the biggest things we do at Magnificent Morsels. Every single aspect has to be seasoned.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
this is just what we call our house mix. So I'm gonna do a little quick sprinkle of that. It's just a little salt, pepper, onion, garlic, parsley, just a basic house mix.
Perfect.
Works phenomenally for literally anything. And we're just gonna let that do its little magic there.
It's gonna get
so
happy.
no rush there. And what we're gonna do now is prep our turkey breast.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is take that same house mix and we're gonna season these. So get them a nice little coating on here. That way when our veg comes out, we can go right in with our turkey breast.
Gotcha.
So gotta do both sides. It's cheating if you only do one.
Agree 100%.
It's cheating if you only do one side. Never do that. Always season both sides. And yes, I'm gonna go in with the other hand because I don't want my hand that I touched the turkey in my seasoning bowl. So we're gonna season the opposite side because we want literally every aspect of this to have flavor.
So Magnificent Morsels, like what's your specialty? Like I know you do catering, so I'm sure you do weddings and
Absolutely.
retirement parties and all that good stuff. But like what's your favorite thing to cook?
I'll tell you, what our specialty is the creativity with food. We make art out of the food that we serve.
Love it.
So if you follow us, and we're on all social media aspects at Magnificent Morsels Catering, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook. What we do is we take the average thing and we put a little spin on it and make it a little bit different so that
like a turkey wrapped in collard green.
Exactly. So you get all that soulfulness, but you get it from a different standpoint.
Love it.
And no one thinks to, like, I never really thought of doing that. And that's what we want every guest that we serve to say when they have our
So
food.
it's not just a meal, it's an experience.
It's an experience, exactly.
Love it.
So, looks like we're just about there with our veg. Turkey is very lean.
Yeah.
So we need
You gotta
that.
add as much flavor as possible.
We need to get as much flavor into it as possible, especially since we're cooking it quickly and not braising it. Like I said, normally if we were following this up, say after Thanksgiving or dinner,
Right,
where
it
the
already
turkey,
beat, yeah.
it's been in the oven, it's had carrots, onions, celery, and all those good things to kind of give it that, infuse that flavor. Because we're using breast cutlets today, we don't have that. So we want to impart as much as possible. So that's why we're going to leave all those lovely bits and flavors in the bottom of the skillet, and we're going to pan sear right over top.
So collard greens,
All right,
great leafy vegetable,
absolutely.
super versatile.
So what we're gonna do is, in order to make this work, we're gonna pull this rib out because we're literally only gonna blanch this for like 30 seconds in some
Just to make it a little bit more pliable.
Just
so
a little bit more
well.
pliable so it doesn't break when we go to roll it.
Okay.
But the ticket is, if we're going to blanch it, gotta flavor the water. So we're actually not gonna use water, we're gonna use a stock, and it's seasoned with salt, pepper, a little bit of extra garlic, onions, all of these lovely things. So that way the leaf itself will have some flavor. It won't just be a bland leaf. So you kind of want your leaf to look like such. It should look like that. And what we do is, once your rib is out of yours, we're
You
going
ran a little fast on me.
we're going to actually put it in our seasoned stock water. So
Okay.
this is,
So
we're
you
at a
got
rolling
chicken
boil.
stock, I'm guessing.
Chicken stock,
Little
and then a
salt.
little extra seasoning. Like I said, garlic, onion, salt, pepper. And it's literally like 30 seconds. Go ahead, toss yours in. So we're gonna just kind of let them, they're gonna turn really bright green. This is exactly what we want them to
Love
do.
the color of it.
Yes, and that's exactly. So see, we're kind of pliable now. We do not want to cook it. So we're just gonna pull those right back out. And this is gonna be perfect for when we want to roll it. It's pliable, it's beautiful in color. We're ready to go.
Love it.
Okay, so now it's time to get out our turkey breasts.
Okay.
They're seared, they're ready to go, fully seasoned. And I'm gonna give you one, you can dice it down. I'm gonna take the other.
Do you do a fine dice or do you do a more coarse?
Very fine dice.
Okay.
You can have a little bit of variation in your dice. It's okay to have a few little chunky pieces, but what you don't want it to do is just take over the entire inside of the
Exactly
roll.
right.
So I'm gonna give you one, and yes, I'm putting him back to work.
Back to work.
Yes.
Like I'm
This-
supposed to
I'm
be the
not
one
gonna make-
talking here.
Absolutely not gonna make this easy for him. So we're gonna get in there. Dice it however you wanna have it in your roll.
Okay.
So just dice down however you see fit. I like a fairly small dice, but I like it rough cut. I don't need every single one to be exactly the same. So now, I'm just gonna take this pan that we already used because it's perfectly good. I'm going to steal some of yours. So we're gonna half and half this veg mix. That's only fair.
Like I feel like I'm gonna have to make a roll here.
Absolutely. I told you he's not getting the easy run today. Not at all. So I'd say maybe about a third to half of that is what you're gonna put in there. And this is gonna become our little pocket mix. So we're gonna take that. We have our turkey breast in here. We have our mixed veg saute. You're gonna add your rice.
All of it?
Yeah, that'd be fine, because even if you don't use it, it's still ready to go for more later. And to be honest, it's really good just like this.
Yeah.
And however much rice you like, if you're big on rice, use more rice than meat and veg. If you're like, I kind of like it even mix, I do, me personally, about a third of each.
And so you said this was a saffron infused rice, right?
It is. So you can find yellow rice on any grocery store, anywhere. It's really inexpensive. It's packed with a ton of flavor. But of course, because it's me, I gotta have a little more, you know. So I actually don't cook my yellow rice just in water, which you can. I like chicken stock. I like turkey stock. I need that extra layer of flavor in
100%.
there. So it just gives that background earthiness to it that is just amazing. So yours is all mixed, mine is all mixed. Now we get to clear our boards. So go ahead and put your excess meat in your other bowl because we're not going to use that right now. I'll get that out of your way. And there's no need to even really wipe the board down because guess what? There's flavor on those little juicy bits. And guess what? When we lay our collard green there, the back of that green is going to pick up all of that flavor.
I love it.
So that's the goal. So we have a couple ready to go. So I'm going to ask you to just grab 2 or 3 out of there. And the reason why we're going to use more than one, you say, well, what do you need more than one? They're still pliable, but the ticket is they're a little tender right now. So what you don't want to do is just have one because you'll poke your finger through it. It's a labor of love. But when you get it together, it's amazing. So you see this open end here? I want to close that with the second leaf. So I'm going to grab this one. So I'm going to lay them opposite of one another. And if there's any gap, or if you're like, I still got a hole there, what am I doing? Take your inside, your edge, and fold it over like such. Just close up the gap. So it should be completely green here. Got it?
Got it.
Perfect. See, he's better at this than
I can
he
learn.
leads on. So now you can put the choice of rice you want in there, however much you want. If you want it kind of full, you can go with like a nice little amount. Let me see if I can get you a little spoon here. Here's a great spoon you can use to get yours out. I can use my tongs. So you're not gonna go dead center middle. You're gonna go right below the middle of this. So we have room to tuck and roll this thing. So I'm gonna go right in the middle with about this much. This is a good number for me. That's perfect. Too much, it's harder to roll.
Sure.
So the ticket is you're gonna go flip it over and you're gonna kind of tuck it like a baby. So flip, and then once you get that, you're gonna roll it once, then you're gonna bring in both sides, and then continue to roll, kind of like what you do with an egg roll. Okay? And then I'm gonna get you a really nice dish to put yours in. There we go. And you just wanna lay them in there. You can do multiples, but one is plenty for today to get the gist. Now, these are good, exactly like they are. They're ready to go. Your leaf is blanched, it's tender, your inside is fully cooked. You can top this with a warm gravy and serve it right now.
But I feel like you're gonna do something else.
Of course, because that's what I do.
Absolutely.
So what I like to do is just give it like 5 minutes, maybe 10 max in the oven, and I just take a little bit of chicken stock at the bottom so it steams it and brings it all together. Once again, another layer of flavor. Then that way when we go to top this with gravy, we actually have our own little dish ready to go. It has a little jus at the bottom. Now you have something to dip it in. You'll never complain.
Magnificent.
That's how you make it magnificent.
There you go.
So just a little splash. We're not trying to boil anything. We're gonna pop these in the oven for like 5 minutes, maybe 10
like
max.
350, 375?
350, 375 is key. Like I said, we're not cooking, we're just kind of bringing it all back up to temp. So you gotta remember, we have like a room temperature leaf. We now have room temperature stuffing. We don't wanna serve anyone that. So we have to make sure it's nice and hot. This is how we get it there without drying out the leaf, without losing any of the integrity of it, okay? So we're gonna pop these in the oven. All right, so we're out of the oven, and as you can see, even though we put broth down in there, we're not sitting in a pool of water. That's on purpose because guess what? It evaporated, it sucked up the majority of it. That's exactly what we want.
It looks amazing, it smells amazing.
And that's exactly what we want because we don't want to water down all that flavorful gravy that we just made. So that's the reason why we put that in there. It doesn't dry the leaf out, it keeps it moist, it steams it through. So we're just gonna top these with a little gravy. These are actually a great little serving dish already ready to go. So we're just gonna take a little turkey gravy and they go right over the top. And you want a little extra gravy just so that when you get your roll all opened up, that rice can just suck it right on up.
That's amazing. And there you have it, the soul roll. collard greens wrapped around seasoned turkey breast, saffron infused rice. It's absolutely sensational. Make sure you go to our YouTube page, subscribe to it. Check out Magnificent Morsels on Facebook and Instagram if you need any kind of catering. Highly suggest you use it. Crystal, amazing. Thank you so much.
I enjoyed myself today.
Awesome.
I had a blast cooking with you.
And that was a taste of retirement.